Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we're going to jump back into our game with Late Age Mictlan. It's turn 30, and to catch some of you up from last episode, we had previously won a big fight against Ulm, and we are taking full advantage of it. And the real question now is how quickly can we eat all of his stuff? So we are going to be raiding him, and we are going to be trying to siege down his infrastructure. But he has a lot of infrastructure, and this is a short game, so the clock is ticking. We have a message from Man. Unfortunately, our scouts at the throne of the Pantocrator have been caught, and we no longer have eyes there, and Midgard's army has sailed. Utgard has indeed laid siege to at Mossflower. Midgard are using Mistform and Lightning Strike with the occasional Thunder Strike. Wardens of Avalon. Message from Midgard. Bledman, we tells you the truth. The castle at Mossflowers falls, and we must give it to Utgard. They've declared war upon Midgard despite everything we've done to prevent this. We want to strike at Pythium for the insolence they've shown us and take their thrones not for victory but more for punishment. But we must not let ourselves be distracted from Ulm and our vengeance upon them. So for now, Pythium celebrates their alliances with Utgard free from the Vikings' wrath. Thrones that are under the surface of iridescent sheen. I guess this is a province. We've promised to Lizardmen. They've been good neighbors, so we're not willing to betray them for this unless Ragnarok is truly upon us. To claim victory, we therefore are looking for Witches' Groves and Drake's Rest as the most easily within our grasp. But we've not got the time right now. We're positioning to take either castle from Avalon or Ulm. Avalon's magic is not well known to us. They still use lightning bolts, we think. They's not using magic strongly in us against fights, and we's not knows what it means. We still uses lightning, even though we possess the mighty power of Thor. Maybe Avalon also possesses such mighty power, though we've not seen it yet. Utgard is a big problem, and we must raid them, not so much out of anger, but mostly to slow down their assault against us. For us, no thrones for now, no thrones for us. Okay. So let's talk about what that means. And I need to go to the map, so there may be some small spoilers here. But this is the throne he wants to take from Pythium. And this is really dangerous, because this is the level 3 throne. This is like the most important province in the game. And I really don't want him to do that, but I can't really stop him. I could any kind of army that Midgard's going to sail in, I'm not going to be able to prevent with any of this aquatically recruited shit. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Potentially, if I get high enough in blood quickly enough, I could get a blood dude over there. Like an ice devil or something, but we'll see. I think I just need to think about taking this. If I take this, that would really cut off Midgard's ability to have a throne victory, and it would also give me, I think, a decent shot at winning through thrones but I don't know, maybe I take this. There's just no thrones near me. I mean, I've got this one, and that's it. I've got this one too, I guess. I don't want to piss off Utgard. Not until somebody kills this Utgard army. I don't want to be the one that has to deal with it. That thing's scary. And because they have Fortitude in their Bless, I think they have Fortitude, it's actually pretty good against glass cannons like mine coming in, because cutting my damage in half is actually a really big deal. So anyway, we'll look at the rest of the turn. Okay, we've claimed the Throne of the Second Age, which is going to give us +1 strength, which is always welcome. Bind Jaguar Fiends, bind Beast Bats. Okay, we'll talk about that. I didn't go through this last turn, but I summoned a bunch of shit. I got some Beast Bats and some of these guys, and their purpose is just to help with sieging. So anyway, that's where that is coming from. There's the crossbreeding. And then, a bunch of Jaguar Fiends. We found a magic site, Glen of Verdant Greenery, so that's getting our nature income up. That is most welcome. And we were doing that here in these provinces we raided back from Ulm. We just site searched them last turn. So that's that. Blood economy is picking up. This is well over 100. This looks to be about 120, 130. So we're climbing up there, and we're going to keep going up even more. I haven't really been talking about the item forging, so we'll definitely check that out this turn. Okay, this is a Midgard thug. Let's see how he's kitted out. It's one of the things Midgard's just excellent at. This guy is a recruit anywhere mage, and with just a Vine Shield, he is going to become pretty scary. So Blessing, Mist Form, Flight, and then probably Attack Rear. Oh, Charge Body. See, I'm not sure about those last two parts of the script. I'm not sure. But his fatigue is... You can see if this was a little tougher, he would run into major fatigue issues. I mean, he's almost fatigued out. But anyway, it worked. And, I mean, that wasn't a bad Thug script. It just... I don't know if it needed those final two spell castings. But you can see it's very economical. That was a 10 gem Thug from Recruit Anywhere Mage. Okay, kind of big Stysian Force. I don't know if there's too much here. These guys are kind of cool. They can reanimate some of your undead permanently. I forget exactly the kinds they get, but that's pretty cool. Okay, we've got a battle here with Alm. Let's see what's happening. I think this is one of my little raiding squads, so this is a super economical raiding. On this side, we have 1 PD, so I think we've got this covered. I'll just speed this up here. Okay. Oh, God, we used Blood Slaves? Really? Are you kidding me? Okay, we've met no resistance here. He didn't bother putting PD here. So that's kind of sloppy. We'll see, though. Another battle. So Ulm is attacking us. So, okay, it looks like Ulm is falling into our trap. But he didn't bring anything. I thought he was going to bring... This was my big army that was moving in to hopefully intercept all his archers. But he knew. He knew I was going to do it. So super low commitment attack to brush these guys off. But I was thinking he would do it just because he needed to get the archers there anyway. But apparently he didn't. And you can see how they've merged together. For some reason we've got a gap there, but most of this is a full front line. So that worked out for us. A battle here between Utgard and Midgard. And let's see if Utgard's got some nice little thugs here. Okay, this is a Wraith Sword... Shroud of the Battle Saint. Oh, this is kind of cool. Regen Fortitude. The regen is good. This is a cheap way to get regen, but I think these guys already have regen, so this is 20%. Maybe. I guess you get a little protection. Okay, it's just PD, so there's nothing really to watch, but what is he doing for his script? Yeah, see, the Fortitude and Liquid Body don't really stack well together. I guess you get some affliction reduction from it. I mean, this guy's pretty tough. I mean, my guys would kill him in, like, 1 hit, though. I mean, they would all swoop in and just, like, murder him. But, pretty tough. Do we have anything else? We do. So we're attacking Indies here, because we got attacked by Indies. This should work. Okay. And then, finally, we were attacking Ulm here. This is our other raiding party. Or no, we're pinging his throne. Okay, so his throne, he's got wolves patrolling, which means he's probably blood hunting. But otherwise, this is just PD. So, okay. He had some villains there, too. And he had a ton of commanders patrolling, which was very, very odd. I cannot tell you what that's about. I don't know why you would have 6 commanders. Anyway, we will not go easy on him. We get attacked by Phantasmal Warriors. What event was this? Okay, I've actually had this happen in another game. Misty Covered Highlands, this is a site, and it tends to cause you to have Phantasmal Warriors attack. I think if we get PD up to a certain amount, I'll have to check. We can get another site which is going to give us an Air 2 Mage, which actually for us would be super sick. I need to figure out how we do that. I'm actually going to pause it real quick. Yeah, so for this particular event series, this is the event that starts it. I've got the events pulled up for the province. This is the event that starts it. I mean, you have to have the misty-covered highlands there to start with, but this is the first one. This is the second one. After this, I can get attacked by another group. And then I think after that, I can get attacked by another group. And then when that group attacks me, one of them is going to have an illusionist in it. And if I kill them, then the turn after that, I get a site, which is going to give me, I think, 1 air gem. And also, and more importantly, an air 2 mage that I can recruit. That is unlikely going to happen before the game ends. But all I need to really do is make sure this is well defended because it's going to get attacked a shit ton. So anyway, this isn't my current turn. I'm like 2 turns ahead of it, so I need to go do that then. Because I don't think I really noticed that, so it's a good thing I kind of came back and found that through recording this. Okay, so we killed them. We kill... This is... Okay, so I think we've talked about it, but we've had this fertility cult here going, and they're causing me untold problems, and they've got a huge amount of unrest. And the problem when there's a ton of unrest, it's actually hard to patrol these guys out. But basically, every time we see the leader of the fertility cult is sowing her blasphemous secrets, which you can see has happened several times, that there's a hidden group, which is basically these folks who are here getting rid of my dominion, but also causing unrest. And yeah, that's basically why I have no dominion in this province and a huge amount of unrest. So we've got to kill them, otherwise I'm not ever going to get income from it. So we are moving in more troops to help. I've got these flyers coming in who are particularly good at patrolling, so they're going to come in here and we are going to get rid of all of this freaking unrest and these patrollers. And if I have enough military in this province, I will get rid of this event. I think I have to have at least 40 troops, and the event will finally go away. So we're going to have to keep an army here for a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. We've covered these battles, and then I think that's about it. So, okay, importantly, we've broken through this fort. So this is if some of you might not have thought about this, but a lot of times if you break through a fort, you need a big army, but there's not always a big army inside to fight you. So if that is the case, as I believe here, I think there's a kind of small to medium-sized army in here. It would be wasteful to have all of my guys attack. And some of these guys, like the Jaguar Warriors, are mostly just going to get locked up in the fort, like in the fort walls, and the gate, and they're not going to be able to do that much. So what I'm going to do, and this is still pretty conservative, is these guys are going to move over here and then up. Now, I thought about moving them up here, and that might have been the better move. The problem moving them up here is I'm not sure I can get them all blessed. And if he moved all his troops here from both of these, which is unlikely, but a really good player will think about what move you're probably going to do, and then they'll counter it. So, like, if I were playing almost like, well, maybe he's going to just move some guys up here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull these guys out here and see if I can pick off... Because that's kind of how you win against... Like, now Alma's behind. Before, he maybe had an edge, but now he's behind. So the way you win against somebody who's bigger than you is when they start getting greedy, like I'm being greedy here if I were to move my guys up here, because I can't bless them all, but it's going to, you know, block him from raiding this back. So when people start getting greedy, then you take whatever you have and you throw it at a small part of, like, one of their small armies, and you can take almost no losses. So anyway, that's something he could do. But I chose not to do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is take these guys and move them here. And I've got somebody else coming in, this guy. And so between the two of them, they'll be able to bless much better. And then it's also not very likely that we get attacked. And then over here, this is where we picked off some of the wolves, but it was not really what I was hoping for. I was hoping he would move all these guys, but anyway. We're going to be moving these guys on top of his cap. Now, this is not a big enough group. Like, if we look at the power here, it's only 120 siege strength. We're probably not going to really damage this, because these Ghoul Guardians are really good at holding up fort walls. So this is probably going to be undamaged. But it's going to, I know he's blood hunting his cap, so it's going to shut down his blood economy for the most part. And doing that will shut down vampire production, which I'm certainly happy to have. Meanwhile, we're moving in a few of these birds, which are going to have some gems. Part of the reason of having gems here is I just want to have gems so that I can do mass protection later. But I'm always anticipating, he knows I pinged him last turn, so he could say, okay, now he's probably going to send in a small group because he's not expecting me, to defend. He's expecting just PD, but now I've got all my Ghoul Guardians out. So I am sending some dudes in. You can see I've switched my formation up. This is now a single line. And we're just on attack rear. And these guys are on hold and attack. My mages, I have forward positioned a little bit. This squad is just going to hopefully fill in whatever gaps emerge in the front line. And these guys are just spamming out wooden warriors. So, not exactly ideal, but not bad. So we're going to be moving in here. The other thing I want to talk about is Chris Lighthawk, our hero here. He is empowering himself in air. And this is pretty important because in Alt 7, I'm going to have access to Fog Warriors. And Fog Warriors is Air 5 and 3 gems. So to cast it, you need to be at least Air 4, and I'm only Air 2. But I have Astral, so I can do Power of the Spheres. That will make me Air 3, but that's still not enough. So I need to be Air 3 plus Astral, and then I can do Power of the Spheres and then Fog Warriors, and we'll be good to go. So that's basically what this guy's whole purpose in life is going to be, is to follow Doomstacks around and Fog Warriors them. And that's pretty good. I mean, the only problem is I need more Air Mages. And if I get another Air Mage, and that would probably have to be through this site. If I get because I don't have any Crystal Amazons or anything, I do not believe, unless I'm completely blind, yeah. The only way I'm going to do it is going to be through Crystal Matrices, which I don't think I have the access to forge those. I don't. So I could do a Blood Empower on an Air Mage and then have them join in through a Sabbath. That's probably the only other way to do Fog Warriors easily with this nation. Later, once I get up in Conjuration, which you could do if you're playing Late Age Mictlan, if you get up in Conjuration, you can summon Fairy Queens. Yeah, so looking at it, I don't think there are many other options for us. Yeah, we basically are going to have to rely on getting this Air 2, and then probably Blood Empowering him. Unless I find some way to get Earth Death, which right now I haven't. Hey, if any of you know a way to mute Discord without quitting it, every time somebody messages me in the background, it always hoses up my recording, but I have to go and quit it, which is what I just did anyway. Or an easy way to mute it, not to go into settings every time and turn volume down. But anyway. Okay, so anyway, that would be nice if we can get more, but I'll settle for just one big Fog Warriors dude. I think we've talked army movement. This army is going to come in and reinforce the army on his cap next turn. This group right here, I was thinking, should we sit here and he's probably going to raid it and we'll try to kill his raiders? What I decided to do is go ahead and move it in, because having this guy here, basically we're going to come up and raid this way, and from there we can go and raid on top of that. I also thought, do I want to go and raid with this group on top of that? But if he patrolled with everything and had PD, they would kill these guys. So, I don't know. We're going to play it safe. I also want to try to start breaking down this fort wall a little bit faster. But I don't know. The right idea, and I really thought about doing it, was sitting here and blood hunting with more PD. But I decided against it. So, that's that. This guy is going to start moving down here. I need to go ahead and build a lab here. I want to start cranking out the water too, guys. And we see from this, it appears that Utgard was successful in taking this back from Midgard. So that's good, at least. Here we are site searching and patrolling. And I think I'm probably going to have to go to war with Midgard in not too long. The thing I should be trying to arrange diplomatically is making sure I have peace with Pangaea, like maybe even a nap. Or Pythium. Pythium I really actually don't want to fight, because fighting his Hydras, the poison will go through... Unless I have poison resist, which I don't think I have any easy way to get poison resistance right now. Blood has... There's only 2 poison resistances that I know of. There's the nature one. I mean, the nature one's within enchantment. Serpent's Blessing. And then the easier ones. And I'm not very close to that at all. And then in Blood, there's... Oh, God help me. Purify Blood? Is this it? Yeah. This one I can cast, but it's Blood 7. I'm not super close to that yet, so... It's probably what I'll have to do. Otherwise, Hydras are going to be really tough for me. And it's a pretty small border. It's only even relevant after I conquer Ulm, and the game's not going to last that long. I know I keep saying that, but it's the truth. So... I think... Diplomatically, it's important for me to make peace with Pangaea. And I already have peace with Utgard. I think I turn on Midgard next. Even though I'd like to go after Man, and Midgard's been my ally, I just don't have anything to gain from attacking Man. And I have a lot to gain from attacking Midgard. I get to kick him out of the lake. I get to take control potentially of these islands. And then he's got some juicy thrones. The only reason I think I would have to switch that is if I'm going to attack Utgard, because he is now that he has this, and I think this is a level 2 throne. We can take a look real quick. No, this must have... Maybe that was this one, the Throne of War? So it's only a level 1 throne. We'll see. But Utgard himself, he's actually kind of close to throne victory. Well, no, he's only got 1. No, he's not close. So maybe not. We'll have to see. He might have some other ones in his control. I think he has this one and this one. And he might not have claimed it yet because he doesn't want to scare people. And he may have this one. And then he could potentially also get this one. So Utgard potentially is very close to a throne victory. So I may need to turn on Utgard. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to go take this throne. So those are the options. Right now I'm just trying to keep people from winning. That's the only thing I'm really looking at. The other thing is, and I think I probably did it last turn, but I didn't say anything about it. I have now... a jade knife that I made a turn or 2 ago. And what I'm doing with it is I'm taking a look at my Dominion score. And I want as little Dominion as possible where I don't die. So you can see where it was starting to kind of dive bomb down here. This was me where I did some blood sacrificing to bump it back up. And if it goes any lower than this, I probably want it up a little bit higher, we're going to be doing blood sacrificing. So... this guy probably should have blood sacked this turn. But what's my max Dominion strength? 9? Okay, yeah. So I can go way higher. I took way too much Dominion on this build, by the way. I should have done, 2 lower Dominion and then more order. So that was a big mistake. And, I mean, honestly, a really big mistake. Okay. And I think that's about it. I think we've covered most... Oh, we're going to go do items real quick. So I talked about making the jade knife. I have a lab here now. So, and because I have steel ovens, which is a really good site, and I need to get some... I need to think, too, about moving some of my other people who are going to potentially forge stuff down here. But, yeah, we have the... Sanguine dowsing rods we're going to make here, and as I recruit more, we're going to shift as much of the construction as I can here because I get that discount on items. But we're trying to make more sanguine dowsing rods. You can see I'm making more here, I'm making more here, and I need to get these 2 provinces blood hunted. I need to get this province blood hunted, and I need to get this province blood hunted. And the ingredients for that are having chaff to patrol, so getting more of these... more of these slaves, and then the final ingredient is, of course, having sanguine dowsing rods for my blood hunters. So that's kind of a focus. We're nearing the part of the game where normally turn 30 is where you're trying to ramp up blood production, but I don't know. We'll see. The game, I mean, when the game is only probably max going to go to turn 50, Like 40 is when the apocalypse starts, and I doubt it will go past 50. There's not a huge runway left for the... there's not a huge amount of runway left for the blood train to land. Or the blood plane to land, so... we are doing that. I don't know if there's much else. We had been making... imps, but we've kind of stopped on that. Importantly, we had a blood random turkey. The turkeys can be random. They have a 10% chance of getting random. We haven't gotten many randoms yet. But because they can enter communions, it's kind of nice. Or, I mean, most of your guys can enter communions with blood, but these guys can enter it really easily. So it's nice getting these other cross paths. No, I'm sorry. I'm just clicking on the wrong guy. It's nice getting these other cross paths. We do have a chance at death. This is our only death access for the nation. So that would be really nice since I have a big death income. But we got a blood one. And the blood one, you know, it's not necessarily great. It gives us no new paths because we already have blood nature and blood astral. But what it does do is it gives us a blood turkey. And so we have named him the blood tainted turkey. And people were joking when Daz made the art, which is on the thumbnail for this video, because I had kind of requested a blood-crazed turkey. People were making jokes like, why, you know, the turkeys don't have blood. Why are you doing a blood-crazed turkey? Well, bullshit. This turkey's got blood. What you got to say now? So anyway, he's going to become our prophet if we can manage to kill off our other turkey, which I kind of want to do because his map move is really shitty. But we'll see. So I think that's it for this turn. Basically, we are going to have a big battle on top of Olm's Cap next turn, and we're going to be moving in enough people to take it, and then we're also going to be having a battle here on this fort with only our flyers. So we'll see you next turn.